how can you increase your chances of getting admitted for a graduate studies with a low GPA? In my last video, I talked about some universities amongst others that accept students with low GPA to study for their postgraduate, like their master's degree program in the universities. And I promised in that video that I'm going to be sharing another video about how you can increase your chances of getting admitted into a school for your postgraduate studies even with a low GPA. So here am I fulfilling that promise. Hi guys, if you're seeing me for the first time, my name is Deb. You're welcome to Discover with Deb, and welcome to my subscribers. Thank you for always tuning in. Thank you for always watching my videos, and I would like to appreciate you for that. And I would also want to ask for something. Please, each time you watch my video, please try to just give the video a thumbs up, because when you like or give the video a thumbs up, it makes YouTube to recommend the videos to more and more people, and that helps to grow this channel, and that helps me feel excited and happy about the time I put in researching, the sleepless nights, and the effort I put in creating these videos, even with my very busy schedule. So thank you for giving this video a thumbs up, and thank you for sharing my videos, and thank you for subscribing to this channel. I love you. So guys, you're welcome to Discover with Deb. On this channel, I talk about ideas and opportunities and ways through which you can advance your life, either through education, through travel, immigration, career growth, and some motivations here and there. I also talk about nursing and other healthcare professionals' licensure and immigration to other parts of the world. I also talk about life in Dubai, in the United Kingdom, in the United States of America, and in Nigeria as well, because I've been privileged to live in these countries for some time. So if all of these are topics that you'll be interested in, please do consider subscribing to this channel and clicking on the bell notification so you can be notified each time I upload a new video. And always don't forget to give my video a thumbs up. So guys, I just like to go straight to the point. So how can you increase your chances of getting admitted for your postgraduate studies even with a low GPA? Number one, watch my previous video about some universities that accept students with low GPA. So the first thing I have to say, and this is in no order of priority, the first thing I would like to say is look for schools that do not place so much emphasis on GPAs. That is, schools that place a lot of emphasis on other areas of your life and not necessarily on your GPA. They might place emphasis on work experience, on letter of recommendation, skill set, talent, many things, your interests, future goals, the goals you intend to achieve while you're studying, even after studying. They might place much emphasis on all of this and not necessarily on the GPA. Like on my videos about universities that accept students with low GPA in Canada, there is a particular school that on their website you can see a letter explaining why you got a low GPA. They didn't put a cap on the GPA they accept. So if you have a low GPA and you want to further your studies, look for schools like that. See guys, forget about all these big schools, Oxford, Harvard, Stanford, name them. It is good to go to all of those schools. I mean to say, if you get admitted, kudos to you. But like I said, and I would always say, you're going to a very expensive school or a well-recognized school in the whole world does not absolutely or automatically guarantee your success as a graduate. You understand that? So there is possibility that somebody who went to a school that nobody has even heard of can even grow to become even more successful than someone else who went to a well-recognized school in the whole world. And again, many of these big schools, or in fact all of these big schools, are highly competitive. So a lot of people want to go there because those are the only names they hear. So people just tend to believe what they already know. So everybody knows Harvard University, at least we hear about it. When you ask an average graduate, what school would you like to go to further your studies? University, he will say Harvard University, because that is what he or she has been hearing. Meanwhile, there are lots of other good schools out there that many people have not heard of, and they will gladly accept you even with your low GPA, because they believe in you. They believe that your grades does not automatically tell or entirely tell about your capabilities as an individual. They believe that you are special regardless of your grade. All right, another thing you might need to do is to get your transcript evaluated by a credential evaluation service like WES, if you would want to study in Canada or in America or in some other countries. So what this credential evaluation service are going to do is that they are going to go through all of your grades, and they are going to issue a report that states what the equivalents of your grades are to a standard Canadian or American university grade. The next point I would like to say is to get a relevant work experience. When I mean relevant work experience, what I actually mean is, for example, I'm a nurse. If you're applying as a nurse for a master's degree program in nursing and you are working as a teacher, how does that relate? So if you want to study for your master's degree program in nursing, it's better for you to have a work experience around nursing. It doesn't mean you must be a bedside nurse or whatsoever, so long as it's in the nursing profession, but a relevant work experience. And most of these graduate programs would require a work experience of at least 2 years. So make sure that you get relevant work experience. In fact, your CV should be rich, very rich. I know some people may complain there is no job. How about applying as a volunteer? Yes, if you don't have any employment to work, then you can apply as a volunteer. There are many companies who are not willing to employ you as a full staff, but they will be willing and happy to have you as a volunteer in their company. You are not about or after the money. What you're after is the skill set, the experience that you are going to be gathering for your future, because you have your own future plans. You know what is very important to you. So I know of someone who applied for a graduate program, and this person was successful, got admitted into the school, but went for the visa interview. And then during the visa interview, this individual was asked, okay, you've graduated from school for this number of years, what have you been doing for this number of years? No work experience. How can you explain this? Not just for the school to get admitted in the school, but for also your visa interview, because you're planning to study internationally. So you also need to get a good work experience that will stand you out to the consular when you go for your visa interview. So let's leave visa interview for another day. We are going to talk about that another day. So let's continue. If you're enjoying this video and you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe and please give this video a thumbs up before we continue. All right, thank you. And then the next point I would like to say is sell yourself with your statement of purpose or your statement of intent, whatever they call it. I mean, sell yourself. The statement of purpose is your opportunity to sell yourself, like introduce yourself, to in fact hype yourself, or whatever you might need to call it, I mean to say. So make sure you prepare a well-tailored statement of purpose. If you're not a very good writer, you might need to seek the help or assistance of an expert in that field. You might need to do a lot of not that you might need, you actually need to do a lot of research. You have to make sure that your statement of purpose is without errors, grammatical errors. You have to proofread your statement of purpose, read it over and over again, give to somebody who is literate, who is also very learned, to go through your statement of purpose, read over, and don't be in a hurry. This is something you need to calm down, sit down, spend some time. Invest is an investment. Invest your time into it, because this is your future staring in front of you. So whatever you need to do to get it, you have to do it. Invest your time in it. Make sure that you sell yourself. Make sure that you tell the school what your intent is, your future goals. To introduce yourself, talk about your goals, how the program will benefit you, why you have chosen the university amongst thousands thousands, and what you intend to achieve in the profession. What are your career goals? These are what they need to see. So focus on your strength, all those things that makes you who you are, all those things that makes you the best candidate, because a lot of people are going to be submitting their application. So all those things that should make them choose you instead of others, you need to focus on all of that, because you are trying to like cover up the error in your GPA to outstand and to shine so that they can take you. So you just need to focus more on your statement of purpose and make sure that it is absolutely fabulous. So the next point I'm going to say is to get a good letter of recommendation. A good letter of recommendation, preferably from professors, your previous professors in school, or from someone that is very renowned in your profession, in your area of specialty. Make sure that they explain how outstanding you are, how good you are, your strengths, and something or some things that you did that wowed them, that made you to stand out to them amongst other students. As in, the person should really tell what makes you really outstanding, why they should take you amongst other students. All right. And again, you might consider doing some research in your field of specialty and publishing them. So if you do some research in your field of specialty and you publish them, it's going to tell whoever is in charge of making the final decision on whether or not to admit you or not, to see how serious and passionate you are about your profession, how serious and passionate you are about changing life. Because researches goes a long way to help mankind, because we are all here anyway because of researches. Someone researched about this clothes I'm wearing, someone researched about the food we eat, about the air we breathe, about the refrigerator, about the bed we lay on. The researches. So the world is what it is today as a result of lots and lots of investment into research. So when you do some research and you publish them where they can access it, it goes a long way to tell them that you're a very serious individual, you're passionate about your profession, you're passionate about helping lives. And if they give someone like you an opportunity to study in their university and get an additional certification or experience, you would go a long way to also help the world and mankind. You see what I mean? The next point I would like to talk about is you might need to prepare, sit and pass any examinations like the GRE or the GMAT that you need to take excellently, because passing this examination is going to cover the errors in your GPA, I mean to say. Listen, let me tell you something. If they say that GRE or GMAT is not required, it's optional. If they say optional, please sit for it. Please prepare for it and sit for it, except it's not entirely required, like it's not required. But if they say it's optional, then prepare, sit for it and ace that examination. If you researched and the school you are applying to used to accept GRE or GMAT or require this examination, but at the moment they no longer require it or it's optional, you might need to consider sitting for the examination and pass it excellently. Because if you submit this result alongside your other applications, this would make you to stand out. They'll be like, he did, we don't require this anymore, but he did, wow, he did very well. Okay, but his GPA is low. All right, so maybe if he did very well in this examination, because we know students used to fail this examination a lot and they used to complain about this a lot, so that's why we took it out. But this individual has gone an extra mile to sit for this and he or she has passed excellently. Maybe he might be outstanding. Let's forget about this GPA and let's look at him, let's judge him with this. You see that? I'm acting like one of them. So you might just need to consider that, because that could go a long way to also help with your application. Or you might also need to consider getting additional field related certification, like an area of subject that is specific to your field. For example, engineering, you know what is specific to your field, mathematics, calculus or whatever is specific to your field. So if you have a low GPA and you get an additional certification where you have done excellently well and that course is very relevant to your field of study, you might be putting yourself in front of the list of those that they might consider admitting into their graduate program. So you might need to consider this, and hopefully this will be able to help you if you have a low GPA. And lastly, we've come to the last of the points. I hope I haven't talked too much, because someone says I talk too much. So guys, lastly, please, I don't know if you understand what I mean. Pray pray, pray, and pray, because I believe personally that there is a superior power that oversees the affairs of men and that makes the final decision, that even has the key to the hearts of all men and can turn it into whichever direction that pleases him. That is what I believe. I don't know what you believe. So pray, pray, and pray, and commit your application into the hands of God, because after you've done all your parts, you've done all that you need to do as an individual, you need a superior power to also oversee your affairs and to make the little things you do become great and mighty things. So put everything in the hands of God and watch how everything turns out for you. So guys, I hope this video today have been able to help someone, and I hope it will be able to help somebody. If you know anyone out there that will benefit immensely from this video, please do consider sharing this video with them so they can watch and get the benefit that is in it. And please do not forget to give this video a thumbs up. And if you haven't subscribed to this channel, what are you waiting for? Please hit on the subscribe button. It's absolutely free. You don't have to pay any money for it. Hit on the subscribe button and click on the bell notification. And I do hope to see you next time. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for tuning in, and I love you all. Enjoy the rest of your day, and bye.